Here it is, day 3 of the fast, day 13th of the 21-day full body, full life reset. So, what am I feeling today? It's interesting. Today I'm not hungry at all. Today my thoughts about food have gone away. And what was really neat was I did fascial maneuvers a couple times already today. I had some sessions in the morning with online. And my body released way differently. I mean, faster, and things are changing in my body that I can't even explain right now. So I'm gonna just start off and do a couple maneuvers with you today. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually, now I want you to go back and do your first 10 fascial maneuvers, or at least the 3. So I'm gonna show you some modifications that I do myself on some of the maneuvers. Because basically at this point you should be doing them yourself. So let's talk about just some basics, okay? First of all, fascial maneuvers, the basic idea is to restrict the fascia at or near a joint and then move the body all the way through. So we give you initially static holds, which are like this, and then you turn slowly. But that's only the most basic way to do it. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways, and this is where you can start adapting this to your own style. So let's go fascial maneuver. Let's do swinger right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the left arm up here. We're going to put the right arm, pulling the skin down and locking it right here. Now the normal fascial maneuver is to rotate across like this and come down. And you put your leg way out there. So my right hip is way out there, my shoulder is contracted, and I would breathe 6 times. Now what I would do is I would shift my weight so that I'm on both legs weighted evenly and keep my head turned. That would be the progression of that. I do 6 more breaths. But then what I can do is I can actually stand, keep my body rotated, put the right foot behind, and then go down like this. And anywhere I move, I'm actually creating a new maneuver. And the reason why this works is because each and every person has different tension patterns in your body. You all have different injuries, you all have different work cycles, you all do different things. So there's not one maneuver or one set of maneuver in any form of exercise that's going to work for everybody. So let's do a couple of them together, okay? Let's do the swinger on the right side. So we're going to go athletic stance, right hand up here on the shoulder. And we normally just sit it there, but I want you to just get a little grip on the shoulder this time. So you're just a little bit of grip. So modifying it, pulling the skin down like this, pulling around, do 6 breaths. Driving that left hip right out, turning your head right around, sticking your bum as far away as you can. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now I'm going to shift my weight so I'm neutral, just like you're skiing down a hill. I'm going to pull a bit more. Have my bum right out. And as I put my bum out, I feel almost a stretch in between my knee and my hip, my ASIS, or my hip point. And it's actually the hamstring area, but it's a bladder area. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly come up here. And I keep my body wound and put my left foot behind. And I'm going to slowly come down. As I do that, I'm going to again go into that movement, turn my head to the right. And you can go as far down as you want, changes the angle. Now what I want you to do is rotate to this way. And up. So the idea is every joint in the body has to move whenever you move one joint. Even the little joints on your fingers are connected. The basic formula of it is this. This is connected to the foot when you're moving. This is connected to the calf when you're moving. This is connected to the quad when you're moving. And this is connected to the hip when you're moving, because we move like this. And since fascia is getting perceptions from the world around and adapting you, what it's doing is it's taking information, and every little finger and joint of the finger is mapping to the same joints on the toe. So technically, if you have a block in your quad, you'll probably find a little bit of tension right in the finger, right about there. And taking that finger and turning it, you can do this. Now I'm going to show you a couple of things you can do. So the idea in the fascial maneuvers, doesn't matter which one it is that you do. You can modify it, and all you do is you hold the fascia in whatever position that you are, and then you just move through it slowly. And you do it after the first 6 breaths, because then you start to restrict the fascia and you move around. And it's important that you're moving like this. So your head counter rotates with the body. Now I'll show you one little quick hack for all you people that work with your hands. So you take your thumbs, we're going to take our thumb and our ring finger, and we're going to turn it away from the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it away, grab it like this, turn it and pull it like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull back like this. So you're just pulling the thumb back, and you turn your head away from it, and you breathe. Now this is really good for people who have neck pain, shoulder pain, and also what this is doing is, okay, you take your ring finger, you turn away, so just turn the skin away and pull. So you pull it around, kind of like you're doing a row, and turn your head away. And you can modify these too. There's 1,000 different ways to modify them. I'm just doing the basics right now. And each one of these fingers fascially is connected to one of your organs. We'll be going through that in a little course that we're going to be putting out in the near future. Pulling this one, with the other 3 fingers, we're going to turn towards the body. So turn in towards the body. And then turn the head away. Breathe. And you'll feel this in the shoulder, you'll feel it in the lap, and sometimes you'll feel it in the neck, and sometimes even up the jaw. So every one of your 10 organs has a meridian line on your fingers. But every one of your fingers has a fascial connection to one of your organs, and they're not the same. There it goes. That one's actually a good one for me. The middle finger. There it goes. So in fascia, the middle finger is liver, in the meridians, the liver is right up here. And there's been a lot of confusion, because if you go to acupressure or reflexology, they have different points on the hands, and those are musculoskeletal points. Then you go to an acupuncturist, and there's different meridians on the hands again. And then you go to a Kundalini expert, and there's different hands again. Now we're going to do the same thing, this hand and this hand. Pulling, so get a good pull there first. Pull it around. Turn your head. And this has been part of the issue when we were training people, is because each and every form of medicine or form of care has its own version of how things work. And they're all right for what they do, and they're all contained within the bag of fascia. So fascia is the one that most people have had no reference to. Ring finger, turning away, pulling back. Okay, now I'm assuming that you've already done at least maneuver 1, 2, and 3. I do 1, 2, and 3 2 to 3 times a day, and I do maneuvers 7 through 10. Actually not even every day right now. I do them like probably 5 days a week. There's just certain days where I feel like I'm just not going to do them. Now I'm going to do the index finger. I'm going to rotate this way, so rotating towards the body. Okay, pulling in. And again, we'll tell you why all this stuff works later in courses, but right now just do it, see how you feel. And there it goes. Actually, this one here, on this one, it feels good. Now, this is the kidney for fascia. but it is the liver for the meridian. And again, that's where it gets confusing. So what we've had to put together, or what we have put together over the last while, is called fascial zones. Those are areas of the body that are affected where the fascia itself feeds directly to an organ. And this is just our findings. And I'm sure at some point there will be more modifications. Oh, that feels really good. I mean, you think about Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, there's been so many variations over the year. We're just starting this process. So it's not that there's anything right or wrong. What we're doing is we're using results, and then sometimes they modify. Sometimes we find, hey, it was actually something else. But for right now, that's our way of understanding it. It's how it works. Okay, well, first of all, that feels super, super good. And I feel really good there. Now, there's another modification that I want to show you, and it's about moving air through the body. So if you take your hands like this and you pull it into your belly, and you breathe out your diaphragm, so you breathe in your hand, and then hold it, blow all your air out, hold it, and then breathe in as you squat. Now breathe in again. Now it's just a little bit of a warm up, but you see I'm moving when the air, so we breathe in and exhale. Hold it, then breathe in. And then hold the diaphragm, and then as you do that, it'll actually redistribute pressure from this area of the body into other areas. Your body has basically a couple different pressure valves. One of them is the ears to balance pressure. Another one's the diaphragm. On the top of the diaphragm, there's 2 holes. And as we put pressure into the belly and push it up, it goes through those 2 holes. And one hole's for the esophagus and one's for your primary arteries. And so, it's like a piece of saran wrap on there. So the artery and the esophagus go through there. And if you push too much pressure up, it opens up and it's like a pressure valve. And then the third one for the lower side is the anus. I know what you're thinking. Yep. If it's not here, it's going to be here or there. But you got your mouth, your ears, which really hold the pressure, the diaphragm, and the anus. And those are the 3 primary pressure valves in moving pressure around the body. So we're going to be sharing a lot more of these in courses coming up. Please look for them. There'll be lots of free courses. And we'll have training and practitioner courses. This is day 3 of the fast. So tomorrow we're going to feast. I am anyways. And I'm looking forward to what comes tomorrow. We're going to be eating small portions, and we've been getting ready for this for days. And then we're going to take 6 days, and we're going to intermittent fast for 6 days. And that intermittent fasting is going to keep the body in that stage of autophagy, but we're doing it slightly differently, and we're getting a different response. And you're going to do it for 6 days, and then we're going to reset the body on the 1st of January. So looking forward to it. Talk to you soon.